Whew. It has been a while since I made an update. It's because I've been busy working, y'all. All right, so I had a little issue this week with some flooding. There was some serious rain, and my ditch thing here was not keeping up, so the rain flowed into the shop. I think I've shown you in another video where the roof leaks and it goes to the back wall. Some of the water that I found was from back there, and a lot of it was from up front here. Now, it didn't get deep or anything. It's not like it flooded like 6 inches or a foot or anything, but it was probably a half inch that made it throughout most of the shop. So I have got to mitigate that somehow. My thinking off the top of my head is I've got rain barrels. I'm going to install some rain barrels up on top of some blocks right here where this gutter is. But see, this gutter right now just goes straight out to this thing, and then that pours back into the drain. So under this cypress, there's a drain just like this one, but it's got little holes drilled in it. I'm not quite sure if that's going to be the solution. But what I'm thinking now is maybe I'll pull that up and get some really coarse gravel and just stick it in there. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave the drain pipe and drill bigger holes in it and then cover it with some stone. Maybe. But the gutters go into some rain barrels are going to help a lot. You can see over there the truck top. That was I had that pushed all the way against the wall, and I think that helped push some of the water into the building, at least right here in this first bay. Anyway, we're cleaning up and we're organizing some stuff, trying to get things off the floor. So if it does flood again, I mean, it's a shop. I'm going to have to probably accept that every once in a while it's going to rain really hard. And no matter what I do, the water's going to sneak in. So just need to keep everything off the floor. That means I'm going to have to get some pallets and shelving and all that stuff. Anyway, I did some reorganization today with my buddy Micah and got the whole office. I mean, it's not... The detail work isn't done yet, but I moved all of the stuff out of here. I had a bunch of car parts and stuff. Micah moved all the car parts and stuff out of here, and then we moved in this set of drawers here, which has tubes and transformers and stuff. We moved the this shelving on top of it there. We deleted one of the desks, which was a wooden desk, and that's going to go back into another part. I'll show you where that went. But then these other two desks that I bought about a month ago, this one here, sorry, it's just covered with junk right now. It'll be organized and cleaned up soon. That one there, and then this, I love this one. This is like a beautiful 60s. Look at the different colored drawers. Isn't that neato? Anyway, that's going to be my main workbench from now on. That, and then of course this thing, which is full of stuff. I went ahead and packed it with stuff. A bunch of toolboxes down there and a bunch of project parts and stuff. And yeah, this office is really coming together. I'm going to keep hammering at it. And yeah, you can see right here the floor. It was wetness. Water came in through there and flowed all the way through. Even the concrete itself is a little bit wet right now. It's a little weird. So... Oh, you can see some spots here where there was some wetness. That's the wooden desk that I deleted. Let me turn on some lights here so I can show you what I got going on. I'm going to kill that fan at the same time. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. There's going to be a special bonus video attached to this one, which is me installing this toilet. Now, not having a working toilet here had really hampered being able to work out here. So I finally got the landlord to agree to let me put my own toilet in. And I picked out this beautiful one-piece jacuzzi. Now, jacuzzi doesn't mean you can, hop in it and, relax. It's just the brand, I guess. Anyway, it's a nice toilet. It was like $170. I installed it myself. Let's see. Say what? Hey, there's Micah. Oh, yeah, Micah did a bunch of lawn work. Let me go look at that real quick. I want to go look at the ditch. He also dug out the drainage ditch. Big time. So, I think part of why it flooded was not just this tube here not functioning correctly, but when it got to the end here, it was all stopped up. Like there wasn't anywhere for the water to go. It just pooled. And you can see right here, there's still a big puddle right there. But at least that puddle is sitting a foot deeper than it was before. It was sitting on the surface before. And the water likes the puddle right here. Anyway, Micah did a great job over here, digging out this ditch. Oh, wow. And he just weed-eated all of this. All of this. So this, I'm going to actually wind up moving the garden. The garden's going to wind up being on the side here. A couple raised beds along the wall. And then I'm going to set it up where all this rainwater actually feeds like an irrigation channel. That way I'm using the water. Like I don't want water to be a problem. I want it to be a benefit. I just got to be able to make sure that it's a benefit to me. So you can see right here, wetness from the floor, So as we move all this stuff around, we're gonna find little wet spots all over the place. Whatever. You can see a bunch of stuff's been moved. We haven't added a ton of new things. I think the last thing we added was this organ here, but I did a whole video on that, so it should be pretty up to date on stuff that's added. Just things got moved around a lot today. Oh yeah, Micah got these great they're not insulation, they're sound barriers. And they're actually a little bit too tall for his house. We're gonna have to trim those down like a few inches. And then I got these room dividers, cubicle things or whatever. They're made out of cardboard. And so we can essentially make like virtual rooms now to record in, which should be really fun. When I say virtual room, I mean like we can build the room ourselves however we want. Let's see, a bunch of stuff got moved around. A bunch of stuff got moved around over here. Yeah, just trying to tighten the place up little by little. Okay, so I got a couple cool scores today. Starting with this Realistic, can you see it there? STA-225, an AM/FM stereo receiver. Made in Japan for Radio Shack. This was supposedly the last great Radio Shack receiver. I guess they were made by Hitachi before these were made. And I think I saw Foster. I don't know if Foster or Fostex or whatever. But hey, not only did I get that, but I also got some of these really awesome Radio Shack speakers. And I could tell how good they were just by how heavy they were. And I have to admit, I'm not that familiar with the Radio Shack stuff. But if you can see right here, this is a Nova 8B with a bunch of switches on it and stuff. And I'm glad it's got it does have the RCA input for 8 ohms, but it also has the two for bare wire connections. And yeah, the cabinet's in pretty good shape. You know, corners are a little messed up. Little edge damage. Still got its serial number or quality control number on there. And I literally just got it home. That's why it's still in the truck. Stuff's heavy. I had to make room for it. Gonna get it all cleaned up. And this one's a really nice example. It's probably either stored or being used continuously for the last 40 years, but it's definitely not abused. The worst I've got is a little stain right here on this one. Some scratches. I mean, some of these scratches are my fault from bringing it home. I wasn't prepared. And I just laid them in the bed of the truck. Didn't have a blanket or anything. But no biggie, no biggie. I didn't know what I had until I got them home. And it looks like these went together. They've got the same. It's like someone scratched in their driver's license number or something on there for security. But yeah. And the same number is scratched in over there on the receiver. So I'm sure that puts the value down a bit, but it ain't going to make it sound any different. And here, we'll zoom in a little bit. You can see some of the extra stats there. Sorry, my hands are so shaky. You can see some important stuff on there if you look closely. Yeah. So I'm going to set these up and see what they sound like. From what I've heard on the internet, it's a very nice set. I'm looking forward to putting it up in my my office space and hooking it up to an old phone with a bunch of music on it.